Late today, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi weighed in on today's testimony in an exclusive interview with Margaret Brennan for Sunday's Face the Nation.
Why do you think he was tweeting about her?
Because he knows, well, he made a mistake, and he knows her strength, and he was trying to undermine it. Of course, presidents appoint ambassadors, but people don't insult people, especially when they're giving testimony before the Congress of the United States.
And Margaret joins us now. Margaret, want to get to some breaking news tonight because we're learning about some testimony that was behind closed doors today about David Holmes' deposition. What have we learned?
Yes, this is the American diplomat who was in Ukraine and had firsthand knowledge. He overheard a phone call between Gordon Sondland, the U.S. ambassador to the EU, and President Trump. It happened on July 26th at a restaurant in Ukraine, immediately after the ambassador had met with Ukrainian officials. And I'm looking now at notes here from a copy of Holmes's testimony that was obtained by CBS News. And according to what he said, the president was speaking so loudly, Sondland had to hold the phone away from him.
The president was talking so loud.
The president was so loud. And so that is how Holmes heard the details of this conversation. He heard the president ask, will he do the investigation? To which Sondland replied, he will do anything you ask. He was speaking about the president of Ukraine doing anything you asked. So this is now someone who heard this proposed deal essentially being floated. This is so significant, and I spoke to a source who had been in the room for the deposition, and this was behind closed doors, not in an open hearing like Marie Yovanovitch today. And that source told me that this presents not only new problems for the president, but for Gordon Sondland, the ambassador, who testifies next week, and that at a minimum he may need to turn on the president or potentially face jail time.
That is big news, Margaret. Thank you. And you can see Margaret's full interview with Speaker Pelosi. That's Sunday on Face the Nation.